everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Happy Friday! I know, it's Friday already. How did that happen in this crazy week that only got crazier today? So, with today's revelation, I'm not surprised that the rest of the week was just off the rails. So, let's get right to it. At Alexis's place, Alexis is cleaning really badly, in the opinion in this house. You know, she's dusting and wiping, but just like around stuff, not picking stuff up. She's doing better than I would ever do. You know, we're not like we're more of a vacuumy as opposed to a dusty type person. But you know, just in case anyone out there was also was like, hey, you got to pick that stuff up on your mantle. And she pours out a bottle of alcohol to prove she's not a drunk. I think Julian's words really got to her. More the fact that I think it was Julian judging her. Yeah, that didn't sit well. Sometimes someone just, a certain person is like, no. So she's really wound up. She calls Harbor View Wine and Spirits for delivery. They deliver? The recording. I can't even keep up. 20% battery, apparently. So Sam and Danny stop by, and Laura has sent out an invitation for kind of a goodbye to Wyndemere party. And they would rather see Wyndemere burn to the ground and sink the island. And I'm like, that's nice, but I can't blame you at all. So Danny comes back and asks Alexis if she's moving with them when they move. And yeah, that wasn't exactly talked about with her yet. So Sam says they just want to put some distance between them and their history, and, you know, they're going to Aurora, which is a small town, and Alexis is like, you know, how are you going to handle a small town? And, you know, Alexis says, like, yo, you're missing out on a huge babysitting opportunity because I have no husband, no job, nothing to do. And I think Sam can tell that she really doesn't want her to go, like, a lot. So, I don't know, maybe that'll affect their decision a little bit. So, someone's at the door. They think it's trick-or-treaters, but the delivery is here. And it's, like, the biggest box ever. And apparently it's a heavy box. So, like it's literally a huge box. How much did you order? Like, I know that all that isn't just packing material for one bottle of wine. So, she says that it's just cleaning supplies, nothing fun, no big deal. And, you know what, let's go to Laura's event after all to say goodbye. And I'm like, nice cover-up. At Nathan and Maxie's place, Maxie and Lulu are talking Halloween. Georgie went as Agent Carter and Spinelli went as Jarvis, as I cried myself to sleep because they got canceled, which still makes me angry. It was a great show. I still don't think it should have been canceled. And then it took me a second and I realized that ABC, the channel General Hospital airs on, is the one that canceled it. So I feel that was a little bit of shade being thrown, or at least I like to feel it was. And in that case, I support 100% because Agent Carter was amazing. Bring Agent Carter back. Like, I know that airs the animated series, but come on. Agent Carter. Only like 10 episodes every January. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Just do it. Come on, ABC. Uncancel Agent Carter. Hashtag. Anyway, can you tell it affects me? I like, oh, that show. I can't. So, anyway, Maxie and Nathan have settled on a New Year's Eve wedding date, and then her and Lulu talk about the kidnapping, and Claudette went running, and Maxie kind of feels bad for her, and then she opens a pre-present from Nadia, who was a junior designer at Cartulo, and she seems very happy with this present. At the PCPD, Rocco is dressed as a police officer, and he's adorable. And apparently there's a candy heist. And I'm like, okay, that's really cute. Like, I cannot handle this level of cute. So then Dante and Nathan talk about Charlotte. And Nathan says, like, he understands parents more now because, like, a part of him was unlocked that he didn't know existed. But, you know, he is happy to be Georgie's stepdad. And, you know, maybe he and Maxie will expand their family. And I'm like, I would like to see that. So he's waiting for Calgary to send their footage. There's only one name in the passenger manifest that doesn't fit. But according to the WSB, Valentine Cassadine is locked up tight. But there's a glitch in the system, and Nathan can't see the videos or any of the pictures that Calgary is sending over, and I think it's a very purposeful glitch because it'll give more time for things to unfold. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. So Maxie calls him and asks if he can work from home, and he's like, yeah, because like I can't until this glitch works itself out. Like I literally can't do anything because there's a pre-wedding gift that he'll like. So after he gets home and Maxie's in the shower and left a note for him to meet her there, and when we come back from commercial, they're good. They're, there's a lot of innuendo being passed around, but the pre-wedding gift has taken place during the commercial break, basically. And he finally gets the footage because he just pulls his laptop out. He's like, oh, the footage is here. And I'm like, that's nice. At Wyndemere, Kevin comes to visit in his lion costume. Like a wizard lion, though? Like, I'm half confused a little bit.
He's the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Like, for realsies? I thought that was just something she said, because then,
he looks like to me.
but Lulu called him a lion. I don't know. He has like a purple kind of wizard-like robe on and like this like gorgeous lion mask, like not just like a plastic mask either. Well, you know what I mean.
What's the beast
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, maybe, I don't know, probably. Okay. I don't know. But then Lulu calls him whatever. It's up to your interpretation. So then, this is the final hurrah for Wyndemere. Lucy comes in, and Kevin goes to, I believe he was volunteering at Mercy or something, and Lucy and Laura are left alone. Lucy's here about the house. She's the one, she's the realtor. She's everyone's new real estate agent. I'm like, did they not have realtors before Lucy got her license? Because, like, she has a lot of work now. So everything is fine with the sale, and she was wondering if she didn't want to part with some of the stuff in the house, but Laura's just ready to, I mean, she doesn't want to part with it, but like she wants to preserve Spencer's estate. So Lucy kind of asks Laura where she's going to be staying, after she sells this place. And she is thrilled to hear Laura say that she'll be staying with Dante and Lulu, because Lucy was just waiting for her to say Kevin, and then she would have to pretend she's totally okay with that. But she doesn't have to pretend because she's not staying with Kevin. And she asks her to keep her in mind when she looks for her own place. Again, I mean, I give her credit. She's really getting those commissions. So Lulu and Dante come over, and I want to see this infamous candy pantry, too, that Spencer has accumulated. And Lulu and Laura have a really nice moment between them. Kevin's back. Well, a man in the same costume as Kevin, who doesn't speak. So do with that what you will. Alexis and Sam arrive, and there's a lot of candy going around. Lulu remembers Nicholas fondly, even though the past year or so he wasn't his best. He's still, like, for the rest of his life he was, so that's how she's gonna remember him. And this, like, not Kevin isn't talking, and I'm like, this is totally Valentine. Like, there's no way this isn't Valentine. And Lulu tells not Kevin that she's glad him and Laura patched things up. And there's someone at the door, and wouldn't you know, it's Kevin. And then Laura gets a call that there's something wrong. Dun, dun, dun. But back with that in a second. At Casa Corinthos, Nelle takes a picture of Avery in her costume with the brightest flash ever. Thank goodness there wasn't an actual child in that stroller. And Sunny comes in. So Ava's going to take her trick-or-treating. So Nelle had just gotten her all ready. And Sunny says to have the guards follow her, and she offers to come back, and Sunny's like, I'm fine. And then Christina comes in. So she came to help with the funeral planning, but he says he's not involved with that, and she reminds him that he was a great dad to Morgan, and he's so focused on the last time they saw each other, which wasn't the best. So Christina takes his drink, and, the last time she saw Morgan, she wasn't too nice to him either. She argued with him about napkins and a napkin holder, and like that's what she's stuck with. So he thinks and he's like, but that's normal, like you guys, you're siblings, you're supposed to fight. But he thinks about the huge argument they had, and Morgan says that everything he's doing, therapy, meds, everything isn't working, and I really just want Sunny to focus on that. He was doing everything but getting worse. How is that possible? Please, that has to click with him. He's lived these experiences. He knows this. As soon as he starts thinking a little bit clearly, I feel like that's the first thing that's gonna snap. Then he thinks he should have stopped Morgan, and, he would have just told him it was one mistake, and, they would get him help, and they're proud of him. Basically everything Carly said in that voicemail. But now we'll never know what would have been. Christina offers to go with him and Avery for another round of trick-or-treating after Ava's done, but he says he's fine, and she leaves. At the Metro Court, Carly is planning the Metro Court Halloween party. Bobbie comes in. Jocelyn's at a party after a lot of convincing. Carly's waiting on Nelle. Bobbie wants her to delegate more to her so she can just go home. She talks about her experience losing BJ and, getting through the pain. And Carly, she says she can't. She just doesn't know. She can't do it, So Nelle comes in and she shows her the Avery pictures and apologizes for being late. Carly asks about Sonny, and he's not in any pictures, and she says, I'm really worried about him. She didn't know where he was. He was gone last night too, and she apologizes again for being late. And Carly says that Avery's more important, and Nelle says, I've coordinated with Graciela to make sure someone's always with Avery. So she assures Carly her loyalty is to her, and Bobbie's looking on all this so Nelle doesn't want to overstep, but then she's going to. But no, in a good way. I'm not throwing shade, I'm just saying. I think Bobbie's probably thinking that. She tells Carly to get some rest and that she'll take care of the party prep and, make your mother happy. Do what she says. Get some rest. So Carly leaves to get her stuff, and Bobbie talks with her. She thanks her for what she's doing, tells her modesty is a lot like confidence. Good to have both, but not too much of either, which is weird. And she also noticed that Nelle has no trouble going above and beyond and has done everything possible to make herself indispensable to Carly. So Bobbie is suspicious of her, much like most of us. So it's nice to, I think, have now someone speak for a member, a group of the audience who's maybe been voicing the same concerns. And now end scene. I know, Friday kind of just waterfall. And again, I didn't put a blue filter on. This is actually what I look like. I'm just kidding. I put a heater on, and it's making kind of a difference, but I don't think it really is. I think it's just all in my head. I just took 2 Advil, so do with that what you will. And so I have a headache from the cold. Anyway, I just didn't want you to think I'm popping Advil for no reason. I have a headache, I promise. So anyway, end scene. Sonny tells Morgan he rewrites that history. He experiences it how he wished he would have. So he tells Morgan that what he wishes he would have said, that you're fighting so hard, and you may have lost this battle, but you'll win the next one. And I've never seen anyone fight so hard, and empathize with him, and it's really nice. And I really wish you would have gotten a chance to say those things, but yeah. And then there's someone at the door, and it's a blown up, burnt and tattered Morgan. Oh my god. He's pretty drunk and, has been mixing alcohol with medicine, assuming he is taking his medicine. So, I think we are going to get some much needed therapy right now. Nelle is to Bobbie, she's like, I'm just doing my job. And, Nelle says she's something. I don't know what I was trying to write there. So, Nathan, maybe Carly says, I don't know what I was trying to say there. So Nathan sees Agnes St. Eve, this person who left the plane but didn't get on the plane, and she's in an obvious wig. The picture's only from behind, it's very dark hair, an obvious wig, and there's a guy who has her by the arm, but who is he? I don't know. Who is he? I don't know. Who is he? Maybe it's just from all my years of watching Supernatural, and I could recognize Dick Roman from the front, from the back, whatever, because I saw the back of his head. I go, that's Valentine Gaston. So Lucy called Laura, and apparently Laura can't sell the house, even with Spencer's power of attorney, because someone else owns the house. Who? Who could own the house? Well, Mystery Lion Man takes his mask off, and once you know, it's Valentine, and he proclaims, I do. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Oh my goodness. Woo! What a week this has been. So I have to vote on this weekend. I think plot twist of the week would probably be the best one to vote on because of everything happening with Claudette leaving, Valentine coming back, and now literally coming back. You got a lot to choose from there. So that is it for today's General Hospital. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday, which is Halloween, I believe. So let's see if I can scavenge some stuff together and be in costume. Does Eeyore count? Eeyore doesn't count. But yeah, I will see you then, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye!